G'day, and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And well, the CL9 is done. I'm happy with how it looks thanks to the new wheels and lowering springs. I'm happy with how it drives thanks to the better tyres and the ECU Reflash. And last of all, I am definitely happy with how it sounds. Now don't worry, the CL9 isn't going away. I've got plenty more video ideas for that car than I know what to do with. But I'm always keen for more, so if you have any more ideas, let me know down in the comments. Thank you, Mazda Demio. But for the longest time, I've wanted something old, manual, and mint. So here's what I've got. Yes, ladies and gentle people, say good day to Earl the Accord version 3.0, my high mileage hero. We had the 1.0, we've still got the 2.0, and now we've got the 3.0. It may have a very tragic sock non-VTEC F22 B3 with a whopping 104 kilowatt, and it may have done nearly 300,000 Ks, but regardless, this has got to be one of the tidiest CD5 Accords I've ever seen. It's had just one owner for the last 25 years, it's got a full service history with Honda, and it's got a manual gearbox. Now, if I'm honest, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this thing. I bought it because the previous owner really wanted to sell it on to someone he knew was going to look after it. And if you look at the state of my CL9 and really all the cars I've had before this, you know that I like to look after my cars. And this one, while not 100% perfect, it really won't take that much work to get the exterior and interior of this car pretty much back to showroom fresh condition. And then from there I have three options. Either I keep it as a sort of stock classic car of sorts and just make it really mint and take it out on Sunday afternoons and so on just for a nice drive, or I go down the modification route. The second option is I do kind of what I did to my CL9, lower it, put some nice wheels on it, but fundamentally do sort of simple reversible mods that just make it look really nice, really clean, but nothing too outrageous. Or we swap out the F22 in this for an H22, which is going to give a substantial power increase and be a fun little project. And the great thing about F series and H series motors is they're pretty much plug and play, so in theory it's not that hard to drive, despite the fact that this car is 27 years old and has done nearly 300,000 kilometers. It really is absolutely fantastic. To me, this and sort of the early 2000s was the golden era of Honda. To think that this car has held up this well over time and it still drives this good. The steering is so direct, it's really comfortable. But thanks to double wishbone suspension on all four corners, it handles really well too, as you can see through here. Oh, there goes my Rego label. You know, it's certainly no sports car, but it's not bad. And I'm confident that if in the future I decided to go ahead and do some lowering springs or even coilovers on this thing, it would handle really well, that's for sure. One of my favorite parts of the interior here is the gauge cluster. While not identical, you can tell that it's definitely reminiscent of the NSX's gauge cluster, which has to be one of my all-time favorite looking gauge pods that Honda's ever produced. And if you want to see my review of an NSX that I did a couple months back, then click up here somewhere. Well, I wanted to completely thrash this poor thing around. The old girl, what has it got to give? It's certainly no rocket ship. Of course, there's a truck coming right here on the motorway as I'm trying to join it doing 75 kilometers an hour. It's certainly not fast, but at least compared with, like, say, that 1.3 litre Civic, the 91 Civic that I drove a couple of weeks ago, which you can check out by clicking up here. You know, this car is from the same era, but this is a lot faster than that, that's for sure. So there we go. I'm excited to see what I'll be able to do with this mighty beast of a CD5 Accord. Let's be honest, I can tell from the views that you guys really want to see videos with my CL9, so I've got plenty of videos lined up with that, don't you worry. But we'll do a few videos with this, and fundamentally I enjoy driving it, which is the main thing. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Kiwi Car Life, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.